What's going on, gamers? So this is about exposing some PlayStation fanboys and just talking about people that just don't make sense. Definitely in a generation where you have broken products, pronoun products, unfinished products, you know what I mean? Garbage games coming out. Oh man, cancel games. And they're sitting over here trying to nitpick here. So we're going to explain the situation. Then we're going to hear what a lot of people have to say. We got some people we need to highlight. And then even Puertorock too, saying Switch 2 struggling, Nintendo breaks silence on performance problems. Look, man, let me just tell you something. This is what I find funny. Worry about your PS5 Pro first, bro. You know what I mean? Because what I find funny about this is just, this is blown out of proportion, and we're about to expose all of this. This is very funny to me. So starting off with this guy, he says only Nintendo gets away with saying something like this. Saying something, dude. Have you seen the news in the past 6 months on this damn gaming industry and just in general? Some stuff that people do and get away with? Come on, man. Let's not be hypocrites here. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. There's nothing terrible going on here. It's barely going to drop your performance. Like you said, slightly here and there, like under 1% of your gameplay, right? And you're always going to be well over 50 something, hitting 60 frames per second. But you got people that play games at 30 frames sitting over here trying to say something. And I didn't care certain games at 30 frames, but I'm just like, just stop. You know what I mean? Your insecurities are getting blown through the roof. So are we ready? Let's get into this. Let's get to the article first and let's explain some things. Donkey Kong Bananza director says he's aware of occasional performance issues, prioritizing fun. And then we're going to get into this because some people was using this out of context too. And it's like, that's not what he said. Let's be truthful over here. So ponies, sit down. Press notice occasional frame drops and recent hands-on. We're going to get to the whole thing. Donkey Kong Bananza's director, props for being honest with people before it comes out, said that he's aware of occasional performance issues spotted by the press and said the development team has prioritized fun and playability. Speaking to the Spanish outlet, Nintendo's Kazuya Takahashi was asked about frame drops. He said there are several factors to consider. First, we intentionally use effects like stop and slow motion to emphasize impact. I know what he means by that. Second, because we use voxel technology, there are times when there are major changes in destruction in the environment. And most platformers will not have this type of destruction. It's a lot of physics. We're aware that the performance may drop slightly. You see what he said right here? At these times. Only when you're destroying so much stuff on the environment, there's so much particles and physics happen on the screen, then you get a slight dip. But you're having so much fun, you're going to say, man, that was so much fun, let's do that again. You know what I mean? That's what they're talking about. But you got these fanboys that are so insecure because Donkey Kong Bananza is about to get a higher Metacritic than Death Stranding, and it's going to get a higher Metacritic than Ghost of Yote. Hate to say it, and I'm excited for Ghost of Yote, but there's no way I see that game getting no 94, 95, potential 96 meta. This game can do that. And it's an amazing game coming around the corner. As I tell you, I'm a gamer. I'm excited for Ghost of Yote. You don't see me sitting there trying to clip it down. You know what I mean? In a way to where it's like now I'm being insecure because it's showing that I'm being a pony that just can't handle that Nintendo's taking the throne. Sit down. It's okay, you got some pony companies here. It's about to be joining you. We ready? We're gonna be getting to him in a second. Tripster. Oh, he retweeted the guy. But you see, you gotta be careful how you deal with these ponies. I'm telling you. I gotta get entertaining on them, y'all. Guys, who reposted this? You know I had to get on it. I had to get on it, man. This guy here, it's crazy, man. He's just so insecure about Nintendo. It's crazy, man. Like, I don't get it. I do, but we just have to highlight this. But anyways, let's get back to the article. So let's get to the truth here. Guys, drop slightly at these times. I would say, if you're going to increase my fun factor inside of me for all that destructible environment, rather than limiting what I can punch to keep the 60, no, dude, let me break all that. It's just fun. Anybody knows it's fun to break stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what they're saying. They took it out of context as if like they're making an excuse for frame drops because of fun factor. And it's like, that's not what he meant though. What he's talking about is massive environmental destruction, going underground, just busting down everything so much all at once. It may happen slightly. Not that you're walking around in the game playing it normally like 99.9% of the time and you're getting that smooth 60 and the game looks incredible. You got some people that are really insecure, bro. And I have to say, Porter, on your channel, it's pretty interesting because this guy is saying, which means he prioritized mechanics and gimmicks over performance. Nintendo heavily banking on nostalgia, which is stupid. No, dude, they're making a new game. Shut up. This is the exact same thing that happened when the original Switch was released, and it persisted for the entire generation. A PS3 graphics game, right? Does this look like a PS3 game to you? Let's look at Psychonauts 2. By the way, amazing game on Xbox. Love this game. If you want to look for a platformer, you don't have a Nintendo console, play Psychonauts 2. Look at this game. And this game looked good to me because I'm looking at it from an artistic point of view as a video game, as a platformer. The fact that they say PS3, this is what I mean, guys. That's an insecure statement. What I find insane is that you can look at platformers like Crash and all of them on next-gen consoles that are way more powerful than the Switch, yet Donkey Kong looks better than them. Just like Mario Kart World looks better than all those kart racers. You guys are so full of yourself, it's not even funny. Sit down. You ponies. This is getting out of line again. Their insecurities are coming out. It's coming out towards the Xbox with Helldivers. Now it's coming out towards Donkey Kong. I don't see much of the Xbox players hating so much on Donkey Kong. I've seen some people say certain things, but I'm like, once again, read the article. I can tell you didn't read the article. Let's go back. Another screenshot here. Look at how good this game looks. How does that look? I don't understand how that looks like a PS3 game. The physics are amazing too, and how much you can destroy and impact. Wait till the game comes out, and those are 1080p screenshots. You're gonna be playing it in 4K. These people crack me up, man. Like I said, I was hoping for like some real criticizing here, but I don't see it here. Let's go to the Reddit forum. You ready to see what Reddit thinks? Donkey Kong Bananza director says he's unaware of occasional performance issues, prioritizing fun. This is a bit misleading if you only read this. There's gonna be some people that jump on this, and they want to get all over it. Dude, Nintendo always optimizes their games. They don't release you broken games. Please stick to a platform and please criticize your platform. Do not come over here talking about video games from the PlayStation world. You don't get a damn game to even look at. Straight up a nothing burger of an article. It's just, yeah, you break like a F ton of stuff at one time, the game will drop a few frames. Pretty standard as far as things go. Tears of the Kingdom does the same if you throw a ton of gems in slow-mo. We've seen this all before. 1.6K people like it. It doesn't matter, bro, because it's like, this is not going to ruin my experience. I'm having so much fun. That amount of fun that you added in, I'm okay with dropping out a few frames. I'm not dropping under 30 frames per second. I'm still going to be in the 50 range. And I'm having so much fun punching through stuff, just having a blast, having fun. That's what I want to do. And you're giving me that. And watch this game score in the 90-something meta range, y'all. See, the ponies are scared. Watch it break through and outsell Astrobot when the install base is lower. They ain't gonna know what to say, man. And Astrobot is a good game. See, I'm not a hater, but I'm just speaking the truth. Even though I'm laughing, but it's gonna happen. See, I don't make up nothing. You don't see me sitting here trying to downplay something to make something else look bad when really it's just me showing that I have insecurity issues. And they're surfacing big time. What's going on, ponies? You brought him back out. He's back. You shouldn't have done this. So can't be hating on good video games, man. It's different when the game is like, you know, a bad game or something. But we're about to get a great video game for the gaming world. It's about to inspire other people to do better. Like, so the reasonable interpretation is that the only way to prevent this ever happening would be to artificially limit how much chaos and destruction a player can cause at a given time. Literally. Just allowing you to have so much fun, which would mean hitting invisible walls of a sort, which they feel would break the fun more than a handful of frame drops. Perfectly reasonable choice. This is an intelligent, reasonable response, whether this is Nintendo or anybody else, for a platformer that you're going to be able to have that much fun with, because that's the way that it works. Give players enough freedom and they'll find ways to break the game. Seems to be in line with modern Nintendo philosophy. I can understand that. Okay, so now let's get over to Puertorock's video, and let's see what he has to say.
Gamers, your only
he takes things out of context to me.
Puertorock 77, back with another video talking about gaming specifically. Want to talk Nintendo real quick.
Okay.
Now, what I'm about to present to you, any other developer would get hammered. Like, Nintendo's the only one.
But what did they do that was terrible? They came out and were being honest and upfront and making you aware, because they know the digital foundry is going to overanalyze it. But the people playing the game, like I said, it's not going to really affect you. This dude is acting like this is going to make the game bad. This is going to affect the game terribly. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. This is not a real problem we're talking about here. I thought we were going to make a video about something that has a real problem here. You have real problems over there in that world that you represent every day, Puertorock. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you, bro. Cancel games. You can't even keep a game up. You know what I'm saying? Concord, like, dude, why are you talking about this? This is so, like, ridiculous to me. Now, you saying too, he says in his video, Nintendo gets away with certain things. I've heard people say that. I'm not against that. I've heard that before since the 90s. So if everybody's saying that like that and they feel that way, I'm like, okay, in a way, maybe you guys feel that way. I'm open to hearing that. I'm not here to defend them. I'm just saying you guys are kind of being petty.
One that can get away with this. They're the only ones get away with this. Check this out. Read the headlines right here. It says Donkey Kong Bananza director says he's aware of the occasional performance issues, prioritizing funds. Press notice occasional frame drops in recent hands. Right? So now let's read it. Here you go. Speaking to Spanish outlet La Vanguardia, Nintendo's Kazuya Takahashi was asked about frame rate drops the interviewer noticed when playing the game. Mm-hmm. There's a quote. There are several factors to consider, Takahashi responded. First, we intentionally use effects like hit stop and slow motion to emphasize impacts. Second, because we use voxel technology, there are
major impactful destruction. Like that's voxel technology.
Times when there are major changes and destruction in the environment. We were aware that performance may drop slightly at these times. However, as you say, overall the game is smooth, and at points where large-scale changes occur, we prioritize fun and playability.
So what he just said, we are aware that performance may drop slightly. Yeah, this is not a big deal. At these times, when you're having major impact with voxel technology, large-scale changes occur. We prioritize fun and playability. I mean, you could have as much fun and break so much stuff and lose a couple frames. You would want it, trust me. When you see, oh man, this is such a blast. What were they talking about? Right, when people get in and watch. Like I said, this is just stuff to kind of grift against Nintendo. From people who are like insecure fanboys. Just saying, man.
You're right.
You can talk about Nintendo. It's okay.
Hashi joined Nintendo in 2020, having previously worked on other open world titles at his former companies, most likely Square Enix, according to Moby Games page. Personally, while I had no prior experience working on Donkey Kong games, I do have very fond memories of playing Donkey Kong Jr. and later Donkey Kong. After I learned I'd been assigned to the Donkey Kong Bananza team, I replayed all the games in the franchise. In particular, Donkey Kong Country introduced unique mechanics like barrel cannons and minecarts. I wanted to revisit those elements and add a sense of destruction. That motivated me to incorporate past memories along with new ideas. Right? Here's the crazy part.
Okay.
What does ensuring the game is fun somehow competes with a well-optimized game, especially when you are a first-party developer?
The game is well optimized. It runs at 60 frames per second until you do that in that part of the game. And they explain by allowing you to break more aspects into more physics and breakable aspects with the voxel technology to happen on the screen, it's going to give you a slight drop. They optimized it so well at launch that's happening. Like I said, please do not talk about anything when it comes to performance. When we talk about the generation that I've experienced with the Series X and the PlayStation 5 is absolutely atrocious. Don't get me started on Unreal Engine 5. Don't get me started on all these unfinished games and canceled. Just do not get me started. When this is a great game releasing that has a slight little aspect that they're being honest with, you guys are trying to overgas this. I can't, bro. Like, this is what I mean. Like, it blows my mind. It really does. They're attacking top tier developers. And watch when the metas and everything come out, bro, they ain't gonna know what to say. I'm telling you, this is all insecurity. I can understand that this is a real critical issue. Like Mario Kart, like when it came out with that update or the 79, I'm like, okay, these are real, issues. Like, but this right here, and most people are saying, what do you want about? Like, you go over to this Reddit post, 1.6K likes. Man, we're ready to have fun. You sitting over here with that bull crap. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, yeah, you ain't got it coming to you.
This is your platform. This is your hardware. You are fully aware what Nintendo was introducing to the consumers. And you're trying to damage control, trying to tell the consumers, oh, but I want to make sure the game is fun.
Dude, the game is running 60 frames per second. You want to talk about fun, bro? Concourse not fun. Marathon doesn't look fun, and neither does Fair Game. And a lot of other your same boring games with the same cinematic side little character running up, sprinting, helping me do every single puzzle and over again. Come on, man. Now, Ghost of Yote looks good. I'm ready for that. See, we keep it real. No bias hate over here. Though I do have bias against Sony, though, not PlayStation. It's the point of lying.
Having a fun game does not compete or interfere with a well-optimized game.
Wrong. They just explained it. This guy can't read. It's right in front of him. He's thinking that he's being smart, but really he's not reading what it's saying. We are aware that performance may drop slightly at times. However, as you say, the overall game is smooth, and at points where large-scale changes occur, large-scale voxel technology destruction in the environment, major explosions going on. People have done shit like that in GTA, blowing up all sorts of stuff, and frames drop for that second. But you think they're finna not blow some more shit up? Because they're having fun. You tried. But AGN is smarter. Yeah, all y'all that are doing that, I'm calling you all out. It's all bullshit. Stop hating. Don't hate, appreciate. Let's keep going. Because I'm not agreeing with this, bro. No. I ain't disrespecting him. I'm just saying.
Drops isn't something like, well, we got frame rate drops because, you know, the fun got in the way. So we prioritize fun with you know, over performance. If PlayStation or Xbox developer, if Naughty Dog or 343, right, or Coalition or Santa Monica would have said some shit like this, they would get burned right now.
That just depends, bro. You're still not listening. These are not really real frame issues because it's not happening in any part of the game unless you break so much that you have to get that. That's a little small aspect of your gameplay, but the fun is worth it. You're not dropping below no 30 frames or any of that, bro. I mean, and you want to bring up Naughty Dog, but first tell them how to get their shit together because they're a mess. Last of Us Season 2 was a mess. Their writing is terrible lately. Dog water garbage. Mass enforcing stuff on people. Neil Druckmann is a terrible writer. Emmy Henning was way better. Bruce was way better. Bruce Straley. They were the ones that made those games. He fucked them up. And you sitting over there trying to suck their cock about it? As if like he's doing something amazing. He's actually ruining a game. But I don't see you saying anything about that. And he probably was so bad last season, they booted his ass to go back to PlayStation. He's going to go ruin that game too. The writing's not going to be what you want. Because he just mass enforces his vision onto the community rather than making an actual video game. And then he tells you who gives a shit, right? Like that guy said, who gives a shit, right? He's like, yeah, you know, exactly. You don't care about ruining video games. Yeah, literally has dumped on the legacy of Last of Us. You want to talk about real problems? Let's talk about real problems. But you're not ready for that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Get spanked, ponies. And you too. Come at me.